I'm sitting here thinking, like, what would work as like a little intro thing here? It's like we could do a game of Constructed as like a letting people get in before we start the draft zone. But games of Constructed with the Hell Zone, like, either end on turn 4 or go to turn 20. Uh, and turn 4 looks like turn 20. So, yeah. What do you call the set, right? Time to double check. Oh, we got it. Okay. Cool. But yeah, no. I went ahead and I went ahead and built like Omnath Zone. This deck's dumb as hell. So, anyways, we're here to do some Zendikar drafting. I'm gonna probably fit some more of this in tomorrow evening. But I was like thinking, it's like it's not even that late on Friday, and I got time for a draft, so that's what we're here to do. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a good evening. We did some Xenoblade earlier tonight. It's nearing the end, and now we're gonna do some Magic Zone. Luke, you can't be what? That's incredible. Goodness. Hi, Luke. Yeah, we're gonna do some drafting. Ah. That's a good plan. All right, well, let's what's Zendikar shtick? Lands, Adventure Zone, Kicker, Party Zone.
Well, you caught me again.
Hey, it worked. Good. The timing is perfect on these.
Yeah, particularly tonight because I was gonna go to sleep a little bit early. But for me, a little bit early means let's actually get to sleep at like 4 in the morning as opposed to 5.
Right, and it's like that's what I. It's like, oh, do I want to do a draft? And it's like it's only 1 a.m. That's easy time. Yes, parties, as in the as in adventuring parties, as in druids are dead. There's no such thing as a druid. They
I
all
very well could be the imposter. That's true. I did I did see the body and then just kept on doing my stuff.
every time.
Ah.
Oh God.
Hey, would you like us to know a secret?
Uh,
I'm playing an extremely long-term metagame when I do that.
I mean,
I want to make sure everyone knows that I do that so I can get
absolutely,
away with it when I'm the imposter.
of course. Because then you can just go ahead and say, yes, I was in the middle of the second part of a wiring, and I thought, it's easier for me
I
to
was gonna
just.
turn around and do the report in a second. I was just doing the wiring first, then I'll do it.
No, that's good. It's a good plan. It's more consistent than having to fall back on the Ridley plan. I
I
I
will
still
never actually do that as a lie.
I
I
know
promise.
I know. I just the
The
timing of
one
it was
time that happened
impeccable.
was legitimate. That actually happened.
Well, lands is rares. So we got warriors. We got multicolor +1/+1 counter likers. We got clerics.
I mean, Clerics of Light Spawn is a primo first pick in this format. I'm feeling,
Yeah.
but
The
that's
only worry on it is the like immediate double color commitment.
yes.
It's
So it's I don't think it's a. It would be going very, very deep immediately into a plan that might not come together, and that's very concerning.
Yeah.
Um,
Gomafada is the can't block warrior liker.
yeah, that one's good. This is a really good, like, gets things out of the way.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna throw this out here. I would like to see the green-black plan work.
And that would be like
But-
on the back of.
Spring metal. Well, you'll figure it out basically, but take the thing that's more like better for you, obviously.
Yeah.
Especially because you could do Jund with that, no problem.
All right. What is our? Yeah, this is me doing like, if I hold Alt, it shows you this. If you didn't know this existed, by the way.
Skyclave Ponder is really deep dig if
This
you
is-
are
This is like
party.
extremely aggressive.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Works with all of your like. If you do decide to play warriors still, but like end up being like mostly red with a little bit of blue, that still works with it.
Yeah. Well, the thing too is like red blue is about wizard time.
Yes.
And like this would let us have like some off party shenanigans. So,
And blue is one of the colors that cares the most about full party as well, for as much as that kit matters.
yeah.
Which it generally won't, but Okay.
All right. Oh,
That's a
we are in kicker liker zone. We are in
Yeah.
extreme kicker liker zone.
yeah, this is a kicker as heck pack. Also a pretty good amount of landfall too, the Stomper and the Territorial Scythe Cat. The Scythe Cat's this is the counter one.
Yeah, that's a counter one. That's the one you usually like play on 4 and play a land immediately. This rogue gets a lot done.
Yeah, just now the Falconer is, however, a 5-mana 4/4 flyer, which is I feel like at common and uncommon that's actually unbeatable in the air.
Yeah. Like I would be tempted more on this. I love so the kicker deck or the like decks with kicker cards. That sort of value is very easy to come by. All right. All right, Diviner is another in the wizard liker pool.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Ardent Electromancer is a ramp piece of sorts. Not really ramp, it's more pays for itself.
More like double spell.
Yeah. Ideally more pays for itself and then you can play something else, yeah.
I think my favorite card in the pack is the takedown from like all the cards in here perspective.
But that is siding into a new color.
Wouldn't be unreasonable to do
Not
so,
at all.
but
yeah.
Like I think that we're gonna be in Wizard Liker Blue, and this card is actually pretty good in Wizard Liker Blue.
Wizard Liker Blue also cares about kicked cards at least. Okay.
Wizard Liker Blue, we're here.
Yep. All right. Nice. I love. Don't you love to see like getting paid off from the signs? Yeah.
All right. So this is Wee Dragonauts, but instead of just on instant or sorcery, it also pumps on wizards.
So ideally, in the correct deck, that's getting pumped every turn.
Yes.
At least once. Could be more than once too. That can slam for 5 in the air easy.
Also, this deck could work out to be quite aggressive. Like again, we're gonna end up with a decent number of like wizard havers, wizard likers, but you're not a wizard.
Not a wizard. Should be a wizard. I know it's not a wizard mechanically, but it should be a wizard. Everything about that card just screams, this is a wizard to me, except for its name and type line.
Right. This is a card I would pick if it's like, I really want to have a full party, but there's also our friend here who is a wizard and can help out the trap finder. So, like, this card, I've had a lot of, like, it's worked out better than I thought.
Stonework Pack Beast is a weirdly reasonable card.
All right.
Like I don't think I've seen anyone activate its ability for what it's worth. I don't think anyone has bothered paying for it. This is not a format where you need to do that like 90% of the time. But it is still technically possible.
Boy howdy.
That's a 3-mana shock or a 3-mana shatter, huh?
Yeah. And then we have Divination that can kick to draw 3 here.
It's pretty decent too. Bone Blast is an instant though.
Yeah,
Which
this
I'm quite
is
fond of.
very underpowered, but okay.
It's underpowered, but it gives you freedom of choice.
Ooh, okay. Chilling Trap is really useful with Wizard Town. 1 mana draw card.
Specifically, it's good with Umara Mystic too, because that can be a blowout block.
Yeah. This is the Sulfuric Vortex that is not a Sulfuric Vortex.
Depending on each player, it does 1 damage to them whenever they cast a spell. If no mana was spent on it, does 5 instead.
Yes.
Okay. That's a weird... Is there anything in Standard right now that costs nothing and that's supposed to be punishing, or...
It's Fires. I think it was a Fire's Hate card that, obviously...
Gotcha.
I don't hate Anti-Cognition.
I was actually just thinking last night, at 4:30 in the morning, that, man, just an incredibly easy way to sum up how incredibly, well, let's just flat out say bad Magic Constructed has gotten in the past couple of years. Can be summed up perfectly with they had to ban a card in Vintage. Hi, Jace.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
I'm gonna take an
pretty good.
on-color Planeswalker.
Yeah, on-color Mythic. Let's go.
Especially competing against, Chilling Trap.
Yep.
So this Jace is pretty sweet.
Duck Rebel Fort, actually, is the thing that it's competing against, really.
Yeah, but it's number 2.
Yeah.
This Jace is sweet. This Jace is kind of like a Dark Confidant. If you kick the Jace, you get a double that starts on 1. And then, yeah, they had to ban a card in Vintage. They had to ban a literal...
They had to ban a card in Vintage for power level reasons, which is completely ridiculous.
27 years, and that's,
Yep.
Oh. Alright.
It was Lurrus, by the way. Lurrus is the card that they had to ban in Vintage.
Oh,
Lurrus is a card that is stronger and stronger the further back you go. It's also banned in Legacy. It's legal in Modern, but it's not legal in either of the other two.
Okay, so we've got Windrider Wizard, which is a Windrake that loots on Wizard liking. We have Rockslide Sorcerer, which is a wizard that pings on... Wizard liking.
Instants, or Sorcery.
Yeah.
Cost 4, which I think is the thing. Cost 4 and is not a flyer, which is both of those things are pretty relevant on Windrider.
Said to not
Into the
pick
Royal, though.
Yeah, I think I'm still on the Wizard, the Windrider, but damn if this isn't a good one as well.
Yeah, you're not going to see that Into the Royal back. If someone's
No.
playing blue, they're playing the Into the Royal, but you might see another one. Zareth's Son, the Trickster.
This is the Ninja.
Oh, this is okay. Yeah, this is the ninja that's weird, and you can make it target anything that's attacking, when you're attacking.
He's an important named character in the stories that I am writing, until he got killed.
I see.
He's a ninja, and
he's technically a ninja.
He's a ninja with ink eyes text, which is kind of hilarious to me.
No, I mean he can be a powerful card. I don't know if this deck can make him work.
No, we need unblocked rogue. It's specifically unblocked rogue.
You have 1 rogue. 1.
Speaking of rogue, we can up our...
Oh yeah, the water breathing
Up our
rogue.
party count.
Yeah. Well, not only
Oh
that,
man, I got demolished by that card in a draft. I killed a different 3 toughness creature instead of that and paid the price.
It's not a good one.
I mean, sometimes packs have nothing in them. Also, hello. I decided I needed to join this since y'all were talking about Vintage for a hot minute.
I was not gonna talk much about it. I was just the sheer ridiculousness of Lurrus requiring a
getting
banning.
something banned in Vintage is that is news. That is
dire. It's garbage, is what it is, really.
Decades old Dude,
I-
like this has not happened for like forever. Why?
I looked it up
How?
actually. It's not happened for 24 years.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Ooh.
The
Rooster Drakes,
the
huh?
last
Right.
banning. Oh shit! What is Roost of Drakes
That's late.
of all cards?
So we only have one kicker
Hmm.
card right now. Hi.
You've got two.
That's a-
Jace is also kicker card, right? Like, 'cause you've got another one, I think.
Jace is a kicker.
It's
Yeah.
Jace is the
How did
only
you guys
kicker.
get Jace? Ah, shit. Okay.
Ah.
We have a good deck now. We have a Planeswalker. But no, Rooster Drakes is hella legit as a card. I have watched you guys pass up, for a good reason at the time, the blue aura that's like blue and then kicker blue and 2.
The one
that's
a tapper?
It's like if
Yeah.
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 It like natively leaves the thing tapped, and if you kick it, it taps the thing.
Right.
And that's kind of the primo thing to have alongside Rooster Drakes.
Mm-hmm.
Most other blue stuff that has kicker costs that are just way too high.
That
Now we're into
Royal.
cards that basically don't matter in this pack. We're like, we got nothing. There's a bunch of junk left behind or whatever. Yeah, the
You are-
bubble.
You're 90% blue at this point.
Yeah. The only card I care about in red is the Mystic.
Going without a Vanguard,
Umara
sort of,
Mystic?
but not
Sort of.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is number 2. Like,
But that requires warriors, and blue doesn't have any, so you're
yeah.
probably getting rid of it.
I might play it as 2 for 2 if it comes to that, but
It's worth keeping in mind that we're so heavy into blue and so light into red that we might pivot into, I don't know, black if we see another Xerath or like a primo kill spell or something.
I actually was thinking we pivot into white because we saw the
there's the
Sphinx's Rev.
yeah, I saw that and didn't pick that
Oh,
there,
it's-
but
yeah.
that was it.
Yep.
Oh well, okay.
Oh, never mind. Okay,
So we
continue
need
to be
like
pi-
white is
yeah.
influence.
What if we get a wizard
Continue-
payoff card?
What if we're just heavy into blue and don't care?
Also, you want some counter spells? You got counter spells. This pack is 3 counter spells. Anyway, we're wizard havers.
Yeah, you're mono wizards is what you are.
Okay, but I know that you've played Legend of Dragoon, so every time that you attack with Master of Winds, you have to say Gust of Wind dance.
When it flips, that's the I have to hit the A button 6 times in succession, or else it becomes a 1/4 instead of a 4/1. That's how the card functions.
Riverglade Path. Oh, hell yes.
Hey,
Nice.
a
Uncolor-
perfect fixing land that is
Royal
better
Mage
than a
is a bit-
basic.
Royal Mage is a bit sad to see pass, but
Full on fixing, huh?
Hey, he's dope. I think we have so many wizards that Chilling Trap is just like a positively good thing. And that's the thing I was telling y'all to keep in mind. Like the most successful deck that I've had was a red blue wizard deck, and it made like I pulled crimes with Chilling Trap. You should
Like that.
Thundering Spark Mage is pretty real. Yeah.
Like this is
Oh,
like,
Flame Tongue Kavu?
this is
Yeah,
likely
I
to
like
be
Flame
like-
Tongue Kavu.
it's likely to be 1 to 2. Like we have random off base.
You're gonna play the rogues for certain. I don't know how many warriors you're gonna play. You might play that one cleric,
Eh.
and then the Stone Pass.
There are enough 1 toughness creatures that matter in this that I don't really hate it just flat. And
yeah,
if you
yeah.
have even one other creature, like one rogue or whatever, then he just kills a Windrake or something that you need, and he's done his job.
That's the rogue. This is
Now,
like an enabler.
don't get me wrong, the dude has been stranded in my hand before because he would just kill himself, but whatever.
That's Flame Tongue Kabu though. That's
Yeah.
normal.
yeah. That's what.
I
That's
think I'm
why I
happy to
call it
include
that.
1 copy of this. This is also a kicker spell to make our Drake.
Why do I have to like sell you so hard on divination? Like in draft,
You
divination is
don't.
good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, we picked it. Good.
like
So for what it's worth, I have been kind of keeping in my mind the clerics deck we could have possibly had, and I think it would have been, outside of the 2 of these you got, kind of mediocre.
We had 2 of these,
I
and
did not see any white or black strong removal spells, which is the thing that you actually want. To be able to-
Okay, never mind. It would have been
What?
good.
that's fine.
Okay,
It
I'm
would have been
Damn
no removal, though. You're right. Like, I think we
Yeah.
might have had 1 bite at a Nahiri's. No, we had the murder.
No removal.
We had a
all
murder.
clerics.
We had a murder. There was a murder, a rare that I passed. That's murder. That's a land.
Hey, well, go report it. Go hit the button.
And then this is the other bit. But I haven't seen the 1/4s, which are the enablers you really want.
All right, so I'll amend that. It would have been mediocre until pack 3, where all of a sudden it came pretty well together.
Yeah, all of a sudden we get 2 extra copies of the best card in the deck.
Yeah.
Like, having not earned that somehow. What the heck?
Mm.
It's like
Whoever is to your left is just absolutely loving the cards that you just passed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the rest of this is going to be kind of nothing, kind of low priority picks, shall we say?
Happy with it.
Although I love Chilling Trap.
The card that I feel like I'm missing in this deck is Royal Eruption.
I'm also feeling lack of Into the Royal proper too.
Both of those,
Yeah.
our blue common kicker bits, because we do.
You're
have,
right. We might have to give up the Roost Drakes if that's the case.
All right, so
We just don't have like kicker.
starting things off, we've got
The Rooster Drake's on its face right now is a 4-mana 2/2 that you have, I want to say, probably like 3 playable kicker cards.
yeah.
So-
Like we got Jace, we got Field Research. Question mark for the rest.
It's the other field research, I think, is what I'm thinking of, and you won't play both
Oh,
of them.
jeez.
So,
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, Roost of Drakes. Let me-
Shell Shield it costs only 1 extra to kick, I guess.
I might include that as
cheap
like just a
for
cheap thing to.
That, yeah. Like if we think we have creatures who are primo, then including negate in your deck, that card is like playing negate, right? Because you only ever really play negate when you want to counter, in limited anyway, when you want to counter a removal spell on your like cool guy who's very important to you. But we kind of like with wizards, we have a lot of individually small-ish guys, and then like Umara Mystic, who's important. Maybe Merfolk Falconer, who's important, and then like all of our creatures are just sort of there to do their jobs and die after 2 turns.
I think including the one of those is fine.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Mhm.
We get 2 cards that are hidden in our lands with the Veil and the Disruption.
Mhm.
Which,
This is something I've been meaning to ask literally anyone else I know who plays Magic. So when I build my decks in Limited, I include the like land on the backside cards as just plain lands. I just replace my basics with them.
Yeah,
so
I would do the same thing for the most
for
part.
me, it's a numbers game. I guess 2 things. One is like how high curve is my deck, and 2, like how many of them am I including? If I'm including 7 of them, I'll go to 18 or 19, like like total lands. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I guess that's fair.
like especially because like if then it's like 12 basics and 7, like then it tends to, you know, late game you still tend to draw the spells.
Yeah, like I think my pivot point specifically is how many plays on 2 I have. Because if I have enough plays on 2, I'm willing to like tap land on 1, make play on 2, make a 2 play on 3 with a tap land and not feel bad. And if there's a critical mass of that in my deck, I just like 17 lands on either side, and I don't really care. I can suffer some tap lands or whatever.
I think for
I've
me,
kind
the
of
number
used
is
that to
6.
justify it.
I think for me, the number is 6. If I had 6 of those, I would consider going up to 18.
Yeah, there's also.
I don't think I've ever had that many.
That's the
Oh
thing,
my
though.
God.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever, I would have ever see that many. Is the thing,
So
though.
I
You know.
I pick them a little higher than I think others because I feel like having, like, if when you have a deck that has 2 regrowths, 3 removal spells, a cleric, and something else in there, your late game draws feel a lot better.
Oh, for certain. Yeah. No, I
Right?
totally see the thought of just picking them super highly. I just don't think I would.
The other thing people are mentioning is, like, if you intend to cast them as a spell or not, like the Breen Veil here, this is a garbage card that I never want to be casting.
This is such a terrible thing to have to cast.
Like, like, to get me to include that effect in the deck, like, it has to be this, right? And this is 1 mana less, it draws a card.
That is perhaps the most. It's like the most testing thing to look at it and say, do I really want this over Island?
That's what I was
Should
thinking
I just
too.
include Island?
Because, like, it's reasonably clear, Bayon Veil here is the worst of these. With that said, I think it's like 6-4 tipped into favor of keeping this over Island.
It's still like no, like that question that I asked is still a genuine question most of the time. It's just man, it feels terrible to be on the wrong side of that question.
So the reason I'm including it in this deck is that I do not care about, in some instances, I might not care about spell quality. I just care about literally casting them. You know?
Like whenever you cast a land, look at that. Wow, my land is an instant now. Cool.
Yeah. How do I feel on 10-7?
This is...
But no, so...
Go for it, sorry.
10-7 total, like, sources?
Yes.
Because I'm fine with that.
That's like what I'm counting.
We have 1 5-cost card in the entire deck. Come on.
You are incredibly aggressive for right now. Holy smokes, Kaz. Like, you came in here to fight me, like...
Yes!
Like,
no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna back off from that and try to take your question at face value. How many kicker cards do we have? We have Jace and the Divination.
Yeah,
right?
I'm playing both Divinations and
there are 4 kicker cards in here because the Shell Shield is in here too.
And
okay, well that's cheap though. I'm thinking about like total mana costs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like 17 is ideal if you have like a couple of 5-cost and maybe 1 6-cost card in your deck. We're like a lot lower than that. So I think that we're in a pretty good place. That's what I meant to say in that previous sentence that you correctly called me out on for being too aggressive about.
We got Ligak. Alright, hold on, I'm just gonna quick check. We have Rogue, the Beast, we got a Warrior, we got another Rogue down here.
I think, on the other hand, you've got a non-insignificant amount of draw and looting in your deck that having the extra lands in, let's say it's a normal number of lands.
Yeah.
Enough for add 4 and 5 cost cards as well, and a landfall liker. That I think 17 is completely fair as well.
Yeah.
The tipping point for me would be taking out Scavenged Blade and including something else because I don't really like that card.
Scavenged Blade is pretty garbage. Yeah.
If you had something that you wanted to include over that, if you were trying to like push for an extra land, that would be my pick.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to include the duel. That actually makes me feel a lot better about my mana sources.
The literal better than a basic
You know, I guess we could include this
yes.
over a mountain, but you know,
Gotta
Pay for what though? Right? Like
do it.
tap for white.
Yeah, we
Hell yeah.
to
That
confuse our
crucial
opponent.
splash for nothing. Yeah.
splash for disenchant. Gross.
I might do it. I would put like. I mean, if you're always playing the red hat, no, okay, no, that's actually a mistake because on arena it's very easy to misclick, and then you're left with like a white mana source that you could do nothing with.
All right, we got Tomio's here.
This is Kamikaze Soup Rise.
Oh God,
The Rising Soup.
Resin
That's
soup.
your only blue, huh?
that saves the hand.
Yeah, it does. But it's
This
your
looks
only
like a
blue.
fine hand to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm happy with aggressive curve.
Yep, we got nothing into 2 into 3. Why not? Cards that cost 1 tend to be so weak you don't even play them in limited. So yeah.
The
There's
one
one relevant one in this one I can think of.
I would say
It's-
we're thinking the same one, right?
Oh, two actually. There's also the red one that's Steep Links, right? Like,
Yeah,
Oh, the red step links. Yeah.
yeah. That
It
and
can
also
be relevant. Yeah.
I was
the
thinking.
banneret is
Yeah.
vaguely relevant later on as well. The white one, the
Oh,
white
the
squire.
one
that
too
pumps the
that
team.
just like pumps the team for 5.
yeah.
That's the good. So we've named all 3 relevant 1-drops in the entire format.
Yeah, there's not many. It's just that they do exist, and that's kind of nice.
All right, this is pretty sweet. If I hit my 4th land drop, I either get to make Lagok or Master. If it's blue, we get Master. If it's not, and if we don't hit our land drop, we get to field research into the land drop very simply.
Nice.
Okay, I was gonna say ordering, but they actually had to play the.
No, yeah. That card is kind of terrible when you go second, so...
Now it's a +4/+4 on landfall.
I don't think that we care. I think we're gonna just make our plays.
I don't think that I can. I can't block with that. I'm just gonna. Let's get the Lagok going. I think I just have to consider myself the aggressor until, like, I guess this is a good target for the 2 damage.
Your
So I think
3-mana
worst
shock.
case scenario here is something like they play a land, they play Rabid Bite on our biggest thing, and then chip in for a bunch.
Okay.
Why did
Interesting
they...
choice to allow you to have that block.
Thanks, Dual Land. You're my favorite customer.
I don't fully understand why they made the double attack there.
That
Yeah,
might have been
the-
a bluff that we called. I don't think the shield matters because this game ends next turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's the weakest card. You know, we don't have the blue to leave it up this second.
There's also I'm
You can't even use it to like catch your opponent in combat or anything like that. It just
Yeah.
has no real benefit to keeping it.
okay. So
Yeah.
landfall attack
The
for
power of
5.
curving out, everybody. Here we go.
Yes, we're on top of the living island. Yeah, this is the crab. This is the 017 we're on the back of. Okay. Cool thing too. This can't block, like, because I'm going out of hand.
Yeah, it's a 1/1. Nice.
All
Goodbye.
right, all right.
Goodbye, Kamikaze Surprise.
I-
1.
I think if they had actually made, like, so on 1 they played a tapped forest, on 2 they played a forest, on 3 they played the mountain. If they had played the mountain on 2, I think this game is a very different one where we win at like 3 life.
Yeah, they would have been doing way more damage to you.
Like, we might have been on a blocking strategy if that had
Yeah,
all come to pass.
yeah, using our chilling trap and such. Okay, good to know we can curve. Good to know we can.
Love Chilling Trap in a deck that has at least 4 wizards.
Yeah,
I love that card because I was able to like, opponent sends a lethal attack at me while I'm at 1. Like, any creature is lethal. I chilling trap their biggest thing into chilling trap their second biggest thing into make good blocks and then hit them back for lethal. And I'm like, this card is great.
All right, Jace. Say about the duel.
Oh, nice. That's the duel, right? Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Otherwise, this is still slow but doable. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck, I didn't realize that we had kept Roost of Drakes in. I thought we didn't have enough kicker cards.
The problem.
There's 4.
I
I
hate
think
it.
that's okay.
So the problem is, we actually are scrounging for playables, as you might notice with like, me including at Axe.
Yeah.
We did not.
Okay.
We did not like. I have a deck that has like 19 cards I want in it.
With that said, even with that, I think the Rooster Drakes is okay. It's still a 4-mana
It's
2/2
fine.
flyer. You know.
Yes.
It
it
doesn't.
doesn't. 4-mana 2/2 fly. I am the stan of 4-mana 2/2 flyers.
I have
in
played
limited
Skullkin
formats.
before.
Hell yes.
I have not played Scaldkin before.
I love
nobody
Skullkin.
has video proof to
It's so good.
prove me a liar.
Sucks shit, but I still played it. All right.
Look, sometimes you need evasion, and
I'm
flying
playing.
Skullkin
is
could
evasion.
sack to shock or something,
It
right?
could sack
Or-
to
Yeah,
shock, yes.
it could-
Yeah.
for 3 mana.
Yeah.
I think our opponent is not here.
They're having some issues.
They're in end phase again.
Okay, discarded a 5, which is probably correct considering their situation.
Yeah.
All right, this is some mercy killing. That kind of. Typically, what we want to see out of Magic is like an interactive game where you do your best and your opponent does their best, and
The best part here is that I'm just not. I could have cast the Roost, but oh my god! All right, so hold on. This is gonna when it enters.
yeah, we might need to correctly stack things. Or
Anyway.
oh, we didn't even need a full control. Nice.
So,
Thanks, Arena.
So yeah, the Jwari Disruption against an opponent who is not making, plays.
Oh, that feels like you're getting away with something, right? Like,
All right.
the days, but you can't pay an alternate cost.
The days, but also you could play it as Island.
Right? I love that card, by the way. I think it's great.
Oh, it's still here. Really?
Not
bad.
for long.
Sorry, buddy.
Goodbye.
Your deck is extremely good.
Yeah. You just had
Yeah.
to draw your lands, buddy. I'm sorry.
2 copies of a pretty decent rare. Like, all right.
So they take 5. They're dead next turn. If they don't play anything, because you can just shock their face.
This can't go face. This card's so
What?
freaking
Really?
bad. This card's
Watch
a
them
piece of
play a
garbage.
2 toughness creature. They're gonna play a 2
doesn't get
toughness
to any
creature. Just
target.
wait.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a card in Magic called Abrade. It's red and 1.
Yeah.
Deals 3 damage or to a creature or destroys target artifact. Boy howdy.
Yeah. Hey, a braid can't go to planeswalkers.
It's true. That's why this card.
Oh man, that crucial 2 damage to a planeswalker.
Yep.
Planeswalkers who these days start on like 12 loyalty.
So you do the 2 though, and it removes the 2 from their
yeah,
pipeline. They go
you
down to
just
1
have to-
loyalty.
Yeah, you just have to deal 10 more damage.
Oh my god, they're gonna have to chump block with. Okay, hold on. That's this one.
That's dead because you can just jump grab it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we correctly Gust of Wind dance.
This is what I'm feeling. What this deck should be doing.
Gust
right
of
there.
Wind dance.
Yeah, this is the beatdown like that I want out of it as well.
Yeah.
We should be a beatdown deck. We're pretty low to the ground. Mostly. Like, not in terms of, like, you know, Boros aggro from most recent Ravnica or whatever, but, like, again, our spells are pretty cheap. We can get to casting 2 of them pretty soon. And when you, like, 2 spell in a turn, that's really good and limited.
I am thinking about Boros beatdown in this format too.
It's strong.
Yeah, you included 5 1-drops in that deck, and it paid off.
God. If you get that one red-white warrior liker guy, then yeah. If you don't have that guy, then I don't believe in your deck.
I think Jen's got it and never drew it and still won that draft.
We just played Step Links a lot, and our opponents blew up.
Yeah. No, I don't think that one went 7 wins. I think that was a 5 wins one, but still 5 wins is good enough, you know? That proves that it could have gotten to 7.
Like, I don't have that much confidence in my own ability of playing Magic that I'm willing to discount better than even. Like,
yeah.
I trust my opponents to be good at the game of Magic, and you know what? If I break more than even, I feel like I'm doing well.
So they use the revival trick here, which I like. Do they really want that body? Oh boy! All right. I'll go ahead and get some card. Oh, it's fine.
It's not bad. We get to soak an attack from a 4/3, which is wild to see for me because there was a time, honestly, like a lengthy time in Magic where Black would have had 4/3 at 5 mana rather than 4. Like, just forever.
I'm thinking of Mindless Null right now, with that kind of like Black's weirdly bad creature quality at common.
Right?
3 mana 2/2 with a conditional can't block.
Downside,
you know?
yeah. Trying to catch the vampire in combat.
Probably the most sickening part of that was, like, you played Mindless Null. Like, you just played it because Black was so good in Zendikar. You just played any creature at all.
I think you're extremely dead.
We're getting toasted over here.
We might be just ranched.
The big problem I've had is that this card is not is the wrong ordering that I want it to be.
Right. It's toughness first, then hexproof.
Mm-hmm.
Not 4.
Spark Mage will let you live for a turn, I think, sort of.
I can also go
because
Spark Mage would be like kill the priest, block the Highborn.
Yeah, which would be awful, but you know. They're down to 1 card, for what it's worth. You're close to running them out.
They have correctly tempoed us out.
Yeah.
I might try that play because the recovery from that should be reasonable.
That's what I'm thinking. If there is a world in which you survive here, I think this is how you do it.
I think I even have to spend the Shell Shield.
And it's like, I don't know. I couldn't come up with a better play than that, even though this one feels horrible.
The other play I had was Seafloor Stalker and then Molten Blasts, but that's not enough to not die. Alright, so we have to block here.
Pay the 2 here to make sure that you want to leave up 1.
I don't think it'll matter if they have the kill spell. They have the kill spell in response right now.
Right. This is kind of a small decision that.
Yeah, so go to 2. Okay. I think this is Mystic and hold up Molten Blast.
With the Mystic, it sucks, but you'd be able to trade with the Vampire and also kill the Blood Priest.
No, we're at 2. We don't care about how much it sucks. We want to live.
Exactly.
Yeah, I accept that opening. If they have a kill spell, we're reduced to chump blocking. If they have another cleric, we're dead. Like this specific one, not just any cleric.
Mhm.
Oh, there are lots of scenarios where we're dead.
But a lot of this,
I'm not worried about those. I think our opponent is going to like draw all their lands now, and we're going to win. It'll be great.
okay.
Okay.
I can keep my Mystic.
You can, yeah.
You thinking Mystic on the Piker?
2/2
Shock
on
the yeah.
Yeah, all right. I see what you're going. Yeah, that's good.
better.
It's much better.
Let me just end step the burn spell.
Oh!
Oh, they
Oh, gross.
wild.
You know, I saw them looking at the graveyard, and I did not want to call that one. So the thing that sucks here is I can kill this, and that brings them to only having clerics, but that's still drain 1 on each.
Yep.
So, all right.
That was
I wanna say, like,
actually one of
Thwart
the
the
only
Grave.
ways. Yeah.
I want to say that Thwart the Grave is one of those cards that has won every game that my opponent casted in. That I can't say about other cards.
I think I can account for about 50% of my literal losses in draft to that card. Not just like, you know, some of them, but all of them are to that card. Like, you know, like
Yeah, it's a good card.
yeah. So that card is a like zombify, but it just double targets.
I am surprised you kept this, by the way.
I kept it because we're on the draw, and that we have a 3 that I feel fine with.
Okay.
If we were on the play, that would have been an automatic mulligan to me. But
I was kind of on the fence for like keeping or tossing this one, so I have nothing to contribute. We're gonna take a minor beatdown from perhaps the 1-cost creature that. Jeez, that thing.
so this is like, if you get this rare, you can do the counter deck, by the way. This is like a 3/3 that eats counters and then becomes an XX Hydra.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that card is just fine on its own. It just works. Because it's a 3/3, you kill it, and then it's another 3/3.
Yes.
That's good.
We are getting...
Alright. Sometimes you lose to not drawing enough lands. That's Magic the Gathering.
I will take that bet when I've got on curve plays basically every time. Because it is a 50-50 3 times on the draw. So...
I mean, you know about me in 50-50s. Like...
So you got that one there. Alright, so... Fort?
So I think our opponent smells blood or doesn't believe they can draw an extra swamp because that bat that they just played is way better kicked.
They're playing
But,
like we
yeah.
would have been in our second game.
Yeah, they're...
This is just them being as aggressive as
Oh,
possible.
yeah. Oh my god. Raise Dead on Scorpion. Yeah. Okay.
Good old Sag Scorpion.
Yeah. But yeah, I make that bet every time because it should work about 80% of the time, and I don't change that based on the previous times where it failed to, because that's not how math works.
It was an okay keep.
So
It really was.
It was.
so
It didn't pan out, but like,
again, I would not do that on the play, because
I don't feel that bad about it.
on the play
I want to help transmit those feelings to you because it always feels bad to like eat a game loss or whatever. But
I'm always fine. I'm fine on it as long as it's not me making the one thing that gets me is when I make a choice that is just clearly wrong that loses it, where it's like, that was obviously incorrect. Why did you do that? All right, what do we got here?
Oppo Gofo, we're kind of faced with the same question we
I don't change
had
it.
last
I don't
game.
change it based on knowing that, like, the last time it didn't work, so this time it clearly
okay,
worked.
well, but how does this play out if we draw all the lands we want? Right? So, like, turn 3, we play what? A Fort, Jace, a Wizard?
It's going to depend on how aggressive our opponent is. Like, if there's no pressure, Jace. If there's, like, something that the Fort can get in front of, great, excellent. Fort in the Spitfire looks good. We can't get any more than one out of the Spark Mage right now. We only have Wizardry. But the main thing would be, like, if they literally have nothing, I would love to play Jace on an empty board, right? Like,
Yeah.
Jace is something that I also would love to, if I could wait, that's a good one to wait on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All sins forgiven. There it is.
Again, I mean, I'm not going
It's
to...
even the on-color land that we wanted. So.
Oh my god, we even drew a 2. Jeez.
Counterspell? Alright. Cool with
Good
that.
to see that on not Jace.
Yeah. Now, are they going to plan a 3, or are they going to pass? It's a bit of
That's
an
a
annoyance.
2-4 for 3. Rebel Fort does get in the way of that pretty significant, like,
Yeah,
well.
and sets up, like, a Speedy Wizard, or...
Right.
Yeah. Again,
I think
Haste
Fort is the
does.
play. Like, they're gonna play their land, cast into the Royal, draw, like, extra, hit us for 2, whatever.
oh god,
Or do something else.
Alright,
Ooh, they didn't play a land.
Good.
That's...
Yeah.
So... This Gecko is scary.
Yep.
Kickspell's cheaper, especially with mana and Kickspell like are here. I can go...
3 mana into the Royals are pretty primo.
Yeah. Obvious. Lagak doesn't do anything aggressive.
No, but being defensive is also fine.
My thought is that they missed a land drop. I really want to find a way to kill the Vine Gecko if possible.
In that case, the Wind Rider Wizard is your most aggressive play because it's a flying creature,
Yeah.
right? They can swing in.
Jace is reasonably protected here. Or one away
You
from
could also
kicking,
just-
too.
Like, draw cards, near guarantee kicked Jace next turn with some backup, but I think I like little Lagak more than that.
I don't feel like this is a game I want to go long in, is the thing. Like, the Kicker deck excels at being, like, extremely... Okay, and then here's...
Yeah, now we're getting into the phase where they start to get extra value out of every card in their deck.
So the problem here is that the reason I want that Vine Gecko as dead as possible, which is no longer possible, is that, like, this is, like, mana ramp that also is going to be, like, a 4/4/5/5 threat.
Blue-red typically has a difficult time dealing with toughness of creatures.
In our deck...
Black, white, even green don't care that much about toughness, but blue and red really do.
One step ahead of death.
Alright.
I need to protect as many people as possible.
What's up?
That's Jace's canonical voice?
That's right.
Weird.
He's such a goober.
So Molten Blast is too late.
Actually, Pack Beast does make the
Spark.
okay, Spark Mage. It's a 2 power attack.
Yeah.
2 damage. You have rogues and stuff. I guess it's your most effective way of maybe getting to the ability to kill with just the Spark Mage.
Give me that. Jason Bob for it.
Genius.
Robofort can block
I mean-
the little mage.
Best part is we have 2 Jaces because
Yeah.
he got kicked. It's so good. Jace is pretty good. Even if he is a goober.
So the best, I think, their play would be... Wow. Alright, that costs... That's actually, like, playable when it costs 5. We're in a very bad position.
Yeah, both
Yep.
Jaces are dead. Or no, they had to pay the
They had to pay with
cast
the-
with that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm utterly vexed.
Fucking Reed Richards sound mass.
Got it. I can take out the Geyser Mage. It's about best I have right now. Wizard.
Right. So that's Pack Beast plus Flame Tonkabu.
I
It's
think,
not bad.
I think that's the best I have right now because, like, I need to, any other play to try to build the board doesn't get me enough of a board to be worth it. You know, you're like Wizard
If they have
plus.
yet another kicker spell, then we're pretty much ranched.
Their whole
but-
hand is kicker spells right now. They missed a land drop, so their hand is 4 live spells.
4 live spells maybe, but like 4 kicker spells I don't believe. Like, come on.
Two kicker spells.
Okay.
They're definitely
Jace or
gonna
both your
instant
creatures.
something.
I don't know that that's definite, but it is a risk. There's the, what is it called? There's the like giant growth that has kicker in this.
I would assume into the Royal as the killer here. I don't think I'm gonna win this if I don't.
It's tough. I don't think this decision is straightforward. That's
If
what I'll leave it at.
I leave it on that, if I don't block, just let Jace roll down. Yeah, let's let Jace roll down. I have a chilling trap. Hopefully I can catch this in combat.
Hopefully I helped.
Okay, that's actually quite nice to see. Let's get... That's the worst way to tap that game. Thanks. My hand contains 2 blue 1 spells, please. Okay. So from here, I'm going to try to catch the Vine Gecko in combat. And... Okay, Living Tempest. Sure, that's not too much of an issue. Okay.
We've gotten to the point of the game where things are interesting.
That's unkicked.
Huh.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, does the... Yeah, I still have to spend this.
Yeah. I mean, if that resolves, then they just get to eat both of your creatures.
Okay. That's nice to see.
I'll drop the rubble fort here. Okay. Okay.
Ah, dang it! The land thing was not the counterspell thing. It was the -2 power thing. Darn it! I was like, oh, that's an easy counter. We're just gonna stop that with our land. But no, we drew the worst card. Darn.
I think the trap finder's the one I don't care about here. So the veil's actually how we're gonna like win a combat.
Yeah, that's kind of the like surprise. Your attack for lethal was not actually lethal. You should not have attacked with all your creatures, kind of thing.
Yeah. So we get to kill the Living Tempest. Hopefully we get to kill the Canopy Bale. Hopefully I don't think I have the power to kill God. That is a pain. Well, no, that's not too bad. Because that I can counter. So resolve, and it's a come into play.
Very skillful of our opponent to draw exactly the number of lands that they needed to do all of their things.
So again, that's targeting my Mystic, so we're gonna fire up the Mystic. God damn it. That was the only card in the deck I didn't want to draw right there.
I mean, you discard the field research anyway, though, right?
Yeah.
Because like, that's almost
is-
it's better than the field research in
Yeah.
this instance. It still does the draw, dig two.
Yes. Okay, so they no longer get to attack.
Nice. There you go. You're good. Who cares?
Okay.
Ah, Thoughtseize bugged it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of really glad that Lagak, the trigger still functions.
Yeah, he still has his text box.
Yeah, we're fighting against an opponent, I think, at 26 total, but what do I want to do here?
You're doing a heroic job actually keeping up with their board. So,
I think we pass and try to catch them in combat with the Veil.
yeah.
The alternate is like attacking with Mystic and then 1-for-1ing the Tempest to try to get the skies. But like
If we unlock the skies, we turn on our clock, right? There's just no guarantee that that's actually what happens if we like serve with just flyers and so on.
The
And we have-
Master of Winds does a decent impression of the Umara Mystic, I think, is the important thing here. I think this might just happen.
I like trading our card in hand more than our flyer on board, considering they have no flyers.
Yeah, I'm
But-
thinking I want to use the Veil here, and we're gonna have to do some mighty chump blocking. Okay, decline that action. Yeah, I'll take that action. Bye.
Nice.
Alright. So the hope is that we can 2-turn him in the air. That's bad.
Here comes the jump blocking. That's the third one of those.
Good
they've played.
God!
All right, well, there goes the Pack Beast.
They're forcing us to block with real creatures instead of chump block with fake creatures.
Right, okay. All right, so there's, this is what, 15 coming at your face?
Yeah.
No, 17.
I think Wind Rider Wizard has done its job. Yeah. Alright, let's get some bodies on table.
Bodies on the board has to happen regardless of anything else.
Why does our opponent have so much life? I feel like that's cheating.
Well, Mage's Familiar gains you 2 whenever you cast a kick spell, and they've cast 5 of them.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty shocking amount of
And
incidental life gain in this format. It's,
Right. Yeah.
If I do
For being
this...
Like I would call a judge over. I'd be like, hey, what? They can't have that much life. That's
If I'm going to win, I need to be this aggressive.
Yeah.
If they have any
Yep.
removal at all, we're dead. They've spent 3 cunning... They're gonna into the royal, one of my... Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah,
nice. Okay.
That's the easiest into the royal I've ever called in my life.
Air removal spell. It could have been what's it called? Rabid Bite.
Yeah, so from here, we are just dead.
That Vine Gecko. Oh, you're completely right that is a
Yep.
serious threat.
It is of the kicker deck cards. It's the #1 like kicker deck card in my mind. The like right there with Roost. It doesn't look like it's the same as Roost, but the fact that it's a 2/2 that effectively is a mana creature is what makes it so very powerful.
And cost reduction mana creatures, while they're a little bit less versatile, actually end up paying off as being more powerful overall. Because their mana discount applies across multiple spells.
Honestly, I thought we fought hard and did well.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
I don't
it
mind
happens.
that 2/3. Like
Yeah,
you know,
the thing I take with that is, again, as I mentioned as we kind of walked in, was that like our deck was missing the Into the Royal Eruption. Like our baseline interactive spells were very lacking, let's say.
they were conditional upon your opponents having the right kind of creatures that you wanted to remove, right?
Yeah.
I think that draft was another one of those ones that... It's kind of like this format extremely rewards a deck coming together really, really well, more so than most. Where...
Like look at the games that we won, right? We curved out. Our opponents did not, and we just stomped them.
This was a deck that was heavy on 3s. It had only a handful of things past that, only a handful of things before that. Yeah.
My main problem was having to play like our only removal is literally 2 copies of... What does this do?
This is the top 7, and yeah, it's the... Just get a ton of things that... Yeah, there we go. It's the one that gets a ton of small things and then makes them huge.
All right. I'm gonna duck out. Thank you guys for having me. Sorry if I came off too aggressive. I absolutely did not mean to.
You're fine.
Yep,
You're
no
both
problem.
great, of course.
Thanks.
Good night.
Night.
Have a good one. I think that's pretty real, honestly. Like, as far as you're going to be playing a thing, like tons of things that are CMC 3 or less in limited.
It only grabs one thing. It's not all things on the top 7. It's just, but the thing is, it's a forest.
Yeah.
Into the Royal,
Dang,
Cinderclasm are also cards I really like here.
I'm actually less impressed with that now. Why, that costs 7 to do that thing?
Again, it's a forest. That's the...
Yeah, that's the main... But, man...
that
is a... I still feel, regardless of that, it's a weirdly costed mythic. The other ones that do that are, like... Yeah.
That one specifically is the one I think will see the most play.
I mean, yes, because it hits a row.
Well, not, like older formats, the forest that is of Primeval Titan.
That too, yeah.
It's things like that. Cinderclasm, we got Fast Minotaur, we got Moshpit Skeleton. I have no real attachment to the Cinderclasm. I just picked it because I wasn't sold on the...
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I would like to see the black-green line work out. Hey, Mara Mystic again. Doesn't die to Syndiclasm if you do it on the 2, right? Because it's 2 or 3,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Well, it's 1 or 2.
Oh, it's 1 or 2. Okay, so it doesn't die regardless. Because, like, I mean, actually looking at the rest of this pack, I don't know what you'd pick over it. It's not a particularly important. The Into the Royal just on its face.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's the best competition. And here he's Binding's good too.
Attendant Healer, Relic X. We have so many, like, different plans. I'm not seeing anything that says, like, this is the one I want.
Territorial Scythe Cat is the one that I would want out of these. Because that's the one that, again, since I would be trying to force the black-green at this point.
Yeah.
That's the one that works best with it. It causes, it's both a decent card on its face and also has the counter interaction.
I think I'm going to go ahead. The Attendant Healer is also really strong. This one tends to be easy to trigger.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Free cats.
I'm going to punt. I'm punting until I see something.
Decent bet. It's real expensive on the kicker, though, huh?
Yeah.
6 to cast this as the 3/3?
3/3 flyer is still, like, invincible most of the time.
Oh, yeah, it's still invincible, and that lifelink on it is actually, like, really good. Turns out.
That's not it.
What's the adventure awaits, even? Too late now.
Top 5.
Draga Visionary.
It's look at top 5, choose a creature, put it in hand. If you fail to find, draw a card. It's more Gloom Hunters.
Yeah.
Blue's got a lot of cards in here, but none of them I really am impressed with.
Base camp is right. That's the any mana for the party time.
Yeah.
I think Mind Drain is the best. Well, Mesa Link is also okay, right? Because it's the that's the 2/3 on the opponent's turn. But white, we're also Root Grazer. Okay. Could think about that. It's just kind of a rough pack in general, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm feeling very directionless at the moment.
It's very, it doesn't give you a good hint about what you should be doing. I mean, even now, like, Spare Supplies is at least a nicely, like, generic card that fits in most decks.
Yeah. Alright, pack 2 to help us. Give me...
Squid. No, Squid would be, like, there's no way you're playing blue, I feel like. Like, you're too deep into anything else.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a 2-mana 1/3.
This card's
Block Spikers.
This card's a lot worse than I like Grazing Glade, the 2/2 for 3 that gains 2 on landfall a lot more from the original Zendikar. That body's just a little bit too small. All right, we got
to think about what we're doing here. Like, we got to get some kind of direction.
Yeah.
Opening another Jace would actually suck. Because that's, we need to start playing blue? We passed every blue card.
Yeah. Just give me Omnath on 2.
Open up, like...
That'd be enough of a direction.
Yeah, the Omnath would be enough. Play everything. Well, even then, that'd be play everything except for black. Soul Shatter. That's
That's basically kill their biggest creature.
right. Yeah, this is the Crackle Doom without the life loss.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I like that. I like that base because like black feels like our strongest.
Black feels like your strongest color. Yeah. It's black, then followed by the green, I think, and then the green white could be something. Might not be. Tangleflorahedron, or Gnarly Colony, or a number of these, yeah.
Yeah, we got some stuff down here that's really nice. Vanquish as well.
Vanquish the Weak is good.
Another Cinderclasm if we want to actually play that.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. There's a lot of green, though. What if...
Thinking about Rakdos, but with like splashing green.
Possibly, yeah.
All right.
Here's a bunch of fucking nothing all over the place for this.
Thing is, I think this is like the Canyon Jerboa, ignoring the fact that that's a duel, is like the best card in this. This pack's kind of weak in general. Like, because you already have a McKindy Ox, you wouldn't necessarily want to pick up a second one.
I'm gonna grab this because it's something I might want to cast as a splash.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Skyclave GOP'd. Here we go.
That's real.
That's a beating and a half right there.
That'll survive Cinderclasm as well on landfall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, that's something of a... Okay, here we go. That's on color fixing for if we do want to end up splashing the green.
Yeah, I like that. The Balef's obviously also a real pick here.
Yeah.
But I like being able to actually cast this stuff. Okay, let's make this real. Ooh.
Bring out the Claire. Okay, here we
Talk
go.
about splash cards.
Now I'm actually starting to feel it. I think
Okay.
we might have found the plan.
Okay. So... Yeah, stone perk, like, work pack beats. This can also even make this like a 4 or 5 color if we need to we can filter through this.
Yeah. The thing about this is right now, I think black is still your primary color. And
Yeah.
then whether red or green is your secondary color. Well, okay, here we go. Let's see.
A lot of choices here, actually. These are all really nice.
Yeah, these are all nice. That's what I'm thinking too.
What do I like here?
I'm seeing that this pack has literally 0 white or blue cards in it. So that's good, actually. That's good.
Okay.
Rapid Bite. That's something.
Yeah, it's between this and the landfall, but... Okay, let's try to find some fixing to make this work a little more. Timber Acetic, another Sky Dancer.
5 mana 5/4. Sky Dancer.
Not huge on
I don't
that
know.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of Baloth. Okay, green is probably our secondary color, and then we'll splash for the red.
Yeah. Cinderclasm is double red for the full active, but, like, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this went some directions and probably is still not, like, could have been a lot better if we had landed quicker, but...
The thing is that first pack was actually really confused, too. Skyclave Shade. This is a Shade. This is a Shade that doesn't have actually just pump black into it?
It's the other type of shade where it's the other type of thing where it has a graveyard cast,
I guess, yeah.
which makes it more like a bloodghast. 5 power bloodghast. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like it.
It's easy something to do. Feed the Swarm's the other pick in here.
I like the idea of being able to make your deck more heavily black instead of full-on 3-color, you know?
Yeah.
Let me play that card this turn. You already have Mind Drain 1, is the important thing, though.
Priestess of the Loon costs 6. Oh, that's a freaking card.
Black Bloom Rogue. Yeah, here we go. That makes me feel good about the Skydance. Oh, wait, you only had the one Skydancer.
Yeah, we didn't pick up the second. Subtle Strike.
Subtle Strike is a... This thing will... This thing is one of the primo combat tricks. It really mucks up math pretty hard.
Yeah, kind of. It can be pretty easy to set up 2-for-1s for this.
Mm-hmm. I can see a world in which we get a, like, 2-for-3 with Rabid Bite, too, and stuff like that.
So,
Huh.
I mean, we swapped directions, so...
Mm-hmm. Cinderclasm 3?
They'll never expect the third Cinderclasm.
I mean, this deck is kind of looking straight 3-color at this point. Mainly just because those Cinderclasms for the red. Like, the Centipede's also nice, but...
Yeah, like a Harrow or something like that would be nice to find here at the end, but I think we only get 2 more new picks before the tabling. Fine with Blight Blade. Works with Rabid Bite.
Yeah.
Alright.
So here's the thing. I don't know what you would have done with this these 3 packs otherwise. It's a
I'm
bunch of really...
very unknown. We could have committed a little quicker to black.
I think committing quicker to black would have been the best option, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I do still think that there's a decent deck you can build out of this.
Yeah. So, sure. If you grab 5th rares, that's what happens.
The important thing to remember always is that when you're doing drafts at 3:30 in the morning, you are playing with a disadvantage. Therefore, the better you do anyway, the better you should feel about them.
Mm-hmm. Canopy, Moss Skeleton. Beast.
The Rook Razor would have been great if we could support it, but no, it's a fourth color, and there's no available fixing for it aside from the Pack Beast, and that feels gross.
I have no idea if I actually want to do the Cinderclasms or not.
I like the Skyclave Geopede and the Spitfire Lagak and the Hellhound and all 3 Cinderclasms, but those are your only 6 red cards. I don't think those 6 red cards are worth including over having a rough mana base.
Yeah, I say we just include some kind of like slightly worse than usual cards and call it good. Like,
Your curve is actually pretty okay. It turned out not bad.
gonna include the duel. Once we have green online, it's just better for cleric.
Yeah, gotcha.
So our removal is garbage.
You have 1 Rabid Bite, and you have the 1 Soul Shatter. Yeah.
Yeah, what is the weapon part of this? Clearly.
It's it is the knife, but the thing is that the skull does come with the knife.
Yeah, it's like a sort of like a sheath, except for it's a skull.
I mean, you leave the skull on it when you're swinging around. It's displayed on that stick is the thing.
Oh, the stick is the display bit. Okay.
Yeah, and then otherwise, if you're actually going to be using it, you do swing the entire knife with the skull on it and everything.
Our party's real enough.
No full plan formed out of this deck. It's just kind of
No.
decent cards tossed together.
I like that as Cinderclasm as the choice on the outside. Good, good.
Conveys a lot of information.
I'm gonna keep this.
That's spicy.
We have 3 plays. Pilot using cards good enough for this draft format? It would be.
I
That's
don't
not-
think so.
I think
honestly.
I think it'd do okay. Sadly, that's not our deck. Our deck is a pile of
Cards.
cards.
I think it's a deck with some good cards, some decent cards, and some junk. And what can you ask for more than that, right?
Good. I thought they might have the needle. I want to see a wizard here. Spike Needle's sweet. The 1 mana mountain. It's like 1
Yeah, that-
damage.
Exiles on successful kill too.
Yes.
Actually relevant text in this format.
Alright, we are pushing. Combat first. Because of the shade, I actually have to go to combat first. Okay. Please don't have Cinderclasm, the deck. Probably would have been bad in our deck, you know?
Yeah, now that I think about it. Cleric of Chill Depths. A very clerical card.
The Fissure Wizard. Probably just
kills the
fine.
cleric, I guess.
Probably just fine with the
But-
biggie.
Yeah. You still got a flyer too, so.
And like the shade just gets to free roll a lot of attacks. So 4-5 for 4. It's okay. Could be better. They discarded a geyser. Goodbye. So I'm saving the Rabid Bite for like real removal here on another.
Yeah.
Might have been better just to use it there instead of the Edict. In case they play something with a lot more than 4 toughness.
Doesn't matter. You got it anyway.
Cool.
Exacxies. You would have been able to play the Canopy Bailout Swamp and then Rabid Bite for 6 anyway, so it didn't end up mattering.
Yep.
I guess that's still a number versus highest, and so
You're
you
right.
know,
That
there's a difference there.
I
but-
think it would have just been better overall. Also because I could have end stepped the soul.
They could have played Carrix. You want to kill Carrix with damage? Good luck.
That worked.
I've not seen Carrix yet. I want to see someone have opened the Mythic Crab.
You can't kill that thing with damage. That's impossible.
You can't kill it with damage. It's just impossible. There's nothing
actually
that does that
impossible.
much.
Sounds fine.
Yeah. It's got the colors you want. Actually, kind of a shame to get Black Bloom Rogue as the land when you don't have any way to pick it up. But I mean, hey,
I don't have to play it.
yeah, you don't have to play it for a while, and also the pack beast can pay for the black if you want to.
Yeah. Let's try to keep it rolling. I feel like it's a powerful enough card. And we have, like, plays for these, obviously.
I want to say the only things in the entirety of Magic, like, on their face that can actually defeat the crab in combat, just, you know, without the activation on it, are Moss Bridge Troll, when it becomes the 25/25, and the Merit Lage token.
If it jumps.
Yes. The crab can jump, obviously. You've got ways to jump your crab. Because Emrakul doesn't do it. Highland, okay.
Good news.
3/3 flyer.
That's their splash, by the way. Or one of these is their splash. So, Linvala gets to detain things if you got a full party. Otherwise, it's a 3/3 that, like, can protect your team.
The most relevant text on it is that it is a 3/3 flyer for 3.
Yes.
And thus is extremely a beating.
Oh, they're not holding anything. Okay. We're gonna get board going. The reason they have an activation window is because of Linvala. This is 5 to full kick. Sure. It's very irrelevant.
We are in a excellent board stall here.
Got some death
Half of all
touchers.
Half of all Zendikar formats are incredibly aggressive, and the other half are all incredibly board stally. This format has both, just in case.
Wrong order. So the blue's the splash.
To Drew Snarecaster, if this was not, if it was not like type line rogue, would just be a spider.
Yeah. Alright, let's let some combat happen.
Maida Marasa, this is yeah, this is the kicker giant growth that is the Titan. Whatever the +5+. There's a card that's +5/+5. Titan Strength, or not Titan Strength, that's the 3+1, and Scry. Whatever it is.
I only want to do one attacker. Because they can actually do like some weird stuff at me where they double block and then sack Linvala. Whereas the 1-for-1 here is a little easier. And then turn Timber. Alright, and then from here we just get to start fighting.
Mm-hmm.
From here we have easy board advantage. I'm going to start crushing in. Especially with Might backing me.
Turn Timber by itself can only be killed if they double block it, and if they do that, then the rest of your stuff gets in, and yeah.
And Black Bloom's the same in the sense that, like, it has Menace, so they have to double block it, and then Maida Marasa can make the blowout happen. You need to die.
Scion of the Swarm can get really big really quick.
Yes, they can throw away their Gloom Hunter for a +1/+1 counter. I'll hold that land from here.
There's no reason to play it.
So turn Timber in. Rogue in? Honestly.
Well, why not swing in with the, the Death Toucher as well? There's no reason not to, right? They can't block, so it's just 1 damage on the ground that's not swinging in.
Especially they're tapped out here.
Hmm.
Please.
Oh, buddy. Yes. Ideal. This is one of the easiest... Okay, they can...
They'll sack Linvala.
They'll sack Linvala to save both of their creatures here. Alright, fair. You still get rid of Linvala, and that's fine.
They have to sack Linvala here.
Yeah, I guess this is the one situation where I guess the Black Blade attacking was not great, but whatever, it's fine. It's still a 1-for-1.
I do not like our opponent missing land drops and having 5 cards in hand. Like, what is... Like, they're very clearly still on gas, and that scares me, especially with the Scion of the Swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Edict to answer it. Oh, goddammit, they're picking up 2 creatures.
Ah.
Hey, guess what card I lose to so goddamn much in this format?
Yeah,
This card's unbeatable. It's...
it does a whole hell of a lot, I'll say that for certain. God damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, 5 mana. 5 mana put 2 creatures from your grave onto the battlefield.
You know,
is pretty ridiculous.
You know, the current cost in R&D for I'll put this over here.
Reanimation?
For reanimation is black 4 for pickup 1.
Right, so they played black 3 to pick up 2.
Yes. Okay, so I 1-for-1 Linvala with that. The Sky Dancer will be nice because it'll try to feed this, but they just picked up some creatures, so...
It's on the second one.
Yeah, like, that card's not uncommon, too. Like,
Yeah, it's an uncommon, which is the most ridiculous part of it, I think. Flat out.
if they have another one, they can just pick up both. Okay. No, it doesn't just pull out Warrior. That's not the text of the card. Arc and black.
It's return target creature and up to one other one. It is always. It's always at least one,
No,
and it's
yeah.
frequently two.
Yeah, it is. That is not the text of the card.
Yeah, it can pick up anything in the yard, and then just one extra thing is gravy because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I can pick up anything, and then it gets a free rider, and the free rider is 80% of creatures in the format.
And then it can cost as little as 3.
2.
Oh, right, yeah, it's 4 double black. Right, you're right. I thought it was 5 double black for a second. Sorry, I thought the card was fairly costed. My bad.
No, unlimited. It's just it is one of like 2 uncommons that if I see it, I think it's just an auto pick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's actually fantastic, yeah. Subtle Strike could be super relevant, actually. Not this turn, because you can't play it, but that might be the way you take out... Never mind, they have a second one.
Okay.
You're dead. Congratulations!
Holy
Your opponent got a
fuck.
buster of a deck. Linvala and 2 of those? What the hell?
Okay, all right. No, that's good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine here. How the fuck am I winning this one again?
You don't. I don't think there's anything in your deck that lets you win this from this board state.
If I could get the Taunting Arbor Mage back into my hand, I could do it. Just...
You let them into the Royal that specifically somehow?
Yeah.
Because you have no way to pick it up. Ask your opponent just real quick. Hey, would it be okay if I just, take back playing this like 5 turns ago?
Can I pick this one up?
I would like to play it this turn instead.
I do not care. Oh, well, I'm at 26. I think that's a bad attack. The way I win this is in the sky. Like, if I can
If you let them continue... You shouldn't be able to win... Okay, yeah. You shouldn't be able to win this in the sky, for what it's worth. I feel like you... Between the Scion... And the Linvala... Yeah. The fact they just played a Sphinx's Revelation.
For 3.
They have 4 cards in their hand and 8 creatures on the battlefield versus your 6 and 2.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Who are you? I'm you, but stronger. So what? You subtle strike -1/-1, the bat, put +1/+1 on the Gloom Hunter here. It survives. Both of your creatures survive because
It actually has to go the other way. I have to -1/-1 with Linvala and put the +1/+1 counter on the Skydancer because our opponent can sack Linvala for hexproof.
right, yes, hexproof, right.
And if they hexproof there, they would just get to 2 for 2.
Yeah.
So there's the indestructible.
Arena's having a time, huh?
It's fine. We might have the sky. Yeah, I don't care about that. Well, goodbye to our Gloom Hunter. Now we no longer have the sky. Okay, that's a problem. I needed that Gloom Hunter to be able to race the Scion of the Swarm.
You do have 2 of them.
If I can draw the other, I think we'd be okay.
Yeah.
for a little while.
Good news, Scion does not have lifelink. Huh, your party counts at 3 right now.
I got a wizard over here. Cleric, rogue, we're missing a warrior. It's actually 2 clerics, 3 rogues, and a wizard. Yeah.
You know what they're gonna play after they take this trade, right?
No, they're just gonna kill my thing with a Belek. That's fine. Okay. If we can draw the Edict or the Gloom Hunter, those would both...
You already played the Edict. Was that not the scam?
Or they can just pick up both there. Okay, Linvala's back for the 4th time.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I figured they were going to pick things up this turn. What I actually expected them to do was, in fact, to just slam another one of the
yeah.
Orthograves.
So this is like a reasonable way to pick things up, is the Blood Beckoning. Alright, let's I think we're good here.
Now, okay, so you did a pretty heroic job of surviving in that game when they had two Thwart the Graves, Linvala, and a fair amount of other cards that were completely busted in their deck. So, I think that actually, weirdly enough, that game bodes pretty well for this deck.
Yeah, the problem I'm currently having looking at our deck is that it ends up in this top deck scenario that looks very bad. We don't have
any card draw.
We have
like,
no,
at all.
We don't have any card draw, and we don't have anything to do on, like, 6, 7 late. Like, if a game gets to that point, ooh. 3 lands off green.
You do have the shade, though, I guess.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Good. Alright, Shade is here. I like this card, actually, a lot. Well, it is immediately stuffed. They also just realized that Shade can't block. Okay, so this is tap down the rogue. Or fight it. No, bite it. Or just draw some card, okay. Interesting. Okay, the way we win this is just getting big. Like that's just what we have here is get big.
So what in the world is the actual ecology of Bailots?
That's a great question.
They're everywhere in every adaptation, it seems like. This is an arboreal Bailot. What the hell? Aren't they huge? Isn't that a thing that they do? They big? They're big boys. Why are they all over the place in so many different ways? What the hell is a Bailot, actually? I think, you know what? They just call things Bailots when they don't know what the hell it is. It's the Protista of Zendikar, is what it is.
This turn is really funky, by the way.
You're gonna swing him with Shade and Baloth without landfalling, specifically to try and catch, like, yeah.
Ah, damn it. I was hoping they'd make the other choice, but... Okay. So they don't want to throw my Shade down. The trick is... I still get to have a play. Problem is, I feel like our opponent's got a way better long game since I see, like, Kicker Land and Kicker Likers. So they're going to be able to cast, like, things like Into the Royals or Tazim's picking up Into the Royals or Bubble Snares. Sweet.
That's actually really nice. That lets you swing in.
Yeah. It's even better.
Spring out the Cleric is a 4/5 right now, I think.
Yeah. Trades at the turn Timber, that's probably a good enough play. The alternate is like Snarecaster and then Cleric for Drain 2. This isn't getting much better.
There are 2 draws in your deck that make it better, and like,
Yeah.
oh well, you know.
I think I might have wanted to sandbag the land. 2 cards left.
If you play the land now, you kind of imply to your opponent that you have lands in your hand still, or could possibly have lands in your hand still. If you sandbagged it, then you'd imply that your hand was entirely gas. Both of those are good options.
Oh, that's
Hello,
speaking of
finally.
entirely gas.
Hey, John Winter, play us that classical gas.
And a trick.
It's one of Magic's biggest skeletons, actually. When you get down to it,
5/5.
Mosh Pit Skeleton over here as just plays down as a 5/5. He's big. He's not as big as like Skeletal Worm or anything, but there's nothing implying Mosh Pit Skeleton's any bigger than a normal human skeleton, you know? He's in a well.
Alright, taking some damage. How many cards you got in grave? 3. We're nowhere near rogue status. Okay.
Does Skeleton have a job, or is he just a skeleton?
Skeleton is a plant. So skeleton's
Ah.
the job?
I guess, yeah.
I think that's how that works.
He is the skeleton of a plant. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a sword. I would think that he would be a skeleton warrior myself, but
Okay. That's the jumper. Now that's a freaking draw and a half.
that is exceptional right now. Yeah. That's like your stabilizing option that could, you know, help you win that game. That kind of thing. Good news, your opponent is also bad at drawing cards. So you're both in top
Yeah.
deck mode.
Think I'm dead to an End the Royal? Ah, shit. I shouldn't have made myself dead to an End of the Royal. What the fuck? Reach?
You know, Zorak actually just played that like 2 nights ago.
Aw. Reach, huh?
Reach. Halo Reach.
And they figured out the other part here, which is they just need to attack a bunch.
Take 7 and then gain 3, so you take 4. Soul Shatter still kills the Green Warden?
Guess that's what we need.
And that's not a Soul Shatter, so... It's kind of hard to beat just Slam Mythic with relevant keyword. But, yeah, it happens. You came pretty close, though.
We're not out yet. Actually, no, we are. The Seafloor Stalker can get us.
Oh, yeah. All they need to do is activate the water breathing. It costs 3 right now, I think, to do it.
2. No, 3, yeah.
Yeah, so they can activate it twice, Yeah, they'd activate it twice and you're dead just on board with just that guy, yeah.
Unless they don't... Yeah, okay.
And they got it.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, forgot that also had the can't be blocked text on it.
That's...
I shouldn't forget that, given
Yeah.
that it's pretty relevant text.
And 11... Trying to think if there's any different blocks I could have made to try to like survive and crack back because they had tapped everything down.
I know what you were doing earlier, but
Oh god.
I don't know if swinging in with the this is slow as hell. You're on the play. You get to mind dream them on 3, I guess.
That probably should be a mulligan. Okay. I refuse that on 2.
Playing that on 6 has historically been one of, like, consistently been one of the only ways out of some games, you know?
Oh, you're dead as fuck.
They discard 2 non-lands here.
Well, just like I can't answer Luminarch Aspirant before it gets rolling. 3 color. Okay.
ISCMC. They get to choose between the 2, huh?
That ain't doing it.
I would like for you to rip the duel you have off the top of your deck. Just slam down yourself a 5/6. Get you an ogre. I see.
Okay, this gets outclassed pretty quick.
It's already close to outclassed on board. Like, the Nectar Pot is
Yeah.
2 turns off from just killing it.
Hopefully we can win in the skies with Glim Hunter and Sky Dancer. Problem is knowing that our deck contains no way of answering these cards. Oh, fuck.
I see. The doubler is here.
Ooh, okay.
Doubler, which, gets more counters, too.
Yeah, they can just keep paying into it.
Mhm.
They're straight 3 colors.
Yeah.
This isn't a splash. This is just... Oh, they didn't. You may. Okay. Come on, you don't want 4 lands? So,
I think what they want more than anything right now is actually a 5/7.
Or 5/5. I want to attack in the sky and pray that I can... Yeah, I'm not blocking that.
So this was a 5-lander that drew 3 more, it looks like.
Yeah, sadly, again, our deck can't do anything above 5. Like, that might have been the biggest thing about... Like, when I said that the mulligan was what was the likely answer there, was that we actually don't have anything we can do above 5. Like, there's not a card in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, that's something. That's actually pretty good.
Okay.
They were holding those up because they wanted to double them. Gotcha.
Let's move on. Very hard to be aggro in a world with Wool Mage is familiar. You gotta be lower to the ground. Or this deck was a pile. The fact that this deck
really
has any
was,
wins at all is a statistical outlier. That's fine. We'll have some better games. We'll have some better drafts tomorrow. Is the play?
Yeah, I'm sure. And again, doing the drafts when you're not really tired is also an advantage.
It's Soul Shatter.
Soul Shatter's a good card. Also, dope art. Really cool art. I really like to
Yes.
see it.
All right. So
This Baloth is lying to you with how its body type is laid out. I'm pretty sure it's actually basically just a dude wearing a suit when you get down to it. Like, it kind of looks like someone who's just like really hunched over and like got their arms out and just running at you.
what are the 4+1/+1 counters? Is it like a second bigger shell?
It's a bunch of rocks that he's just carrying with him.
Like, okay, hold on. Hold on. I want to take a look at Baloths today.
There's a lot of Baloths in Magic the Gathering.
Okay. All right, so we got not all Baloths here, but we got some good ones.
Alright, so they do for the most part seem to be arboreal in that they live in forests, but they're not arboreal in that they live on trees, mostly.
Yeah. And like the look here, you know, kind of can see a similar.
Okay, hold on. The rumbling Baloth there, that guy actually is on a tree. Like, you see that? Like, he's on some branches.
That's branch. Are you on branches? That could be branches.
I guess they could be branches, but that's covered in so much moss, and it like looks like there's rocks on it too. Then again, with Zendikar, there's literally rocks everywhere. It's kind of part of the thing.
Right. And here's like a.
He's just on a tiny wispy branch somehow.
No. I think that's a floaty hedron.
Oh, okay. That's weird. That it's called Canopy Baloth.
Well, there's a lot of vines and such. Like I think it's a floaty hedron at the in the canopy.
This is like the least Hedron focused Zendikar set, I think. Like, they don't bring Hedrons up much at all.
They're just around.
Yeah. I guess because their purpose is gone because the Eldrazi's they're gone or dead and stuff is sure.
What is this Baloth? Every
Don't talk to me
stream
or
we
my son ever again.
God, every stream there's another fake card. How many of these arena cards are there? Hold on, I need it. Can I sort by arena set?
Does not look like it.
No, these are cards that appear into the mists. Like, okay, so it's like not collected. Standard.
Are arena cards always standard legal or something?
I think so. Oh no, they're
Weird.
not. No, they're not.
Okay.
Because they're not on the... Okay. So not standard. Can I not that? I'm like... What's your... Can I... Expansion set code.
What was the arena default expansion set code? Hold on.
Um...
I'm gonna just look up all expansion set codes, I think. No, I'm getting like, wait, arena base set is A and B apparently. Yeah, expansion code A and B.
That's a different fake set.
What?
It's got a frog.
Dang.
Because like the Bailoff isn't here.
Is there like an arena advanced set or something? Hold on. What the hell?
Arena.
A and B is the only one of these I could find. Like
Shit.
they're the problem is when you're looking up arena codes and stuff like that, you're getting almost exclusively the
Right. Okay, what if you look up the... Okay, hold on. Here's
Yeah.
a Bailoff.
yes. Just look up the Bailoff Gorger, sorry, Bailoff Pack Hunter specifically.
Wait,
Let's check.
wait, hold on. Okay, so this is E. Okay, no, sorry, I was looking at unowned cards. I think we found it.
Yeah, okay. The NB one I just checked. Yeah, it's also specifically in that set. So
Okay. Wait, I need to know what's in this set. Alright, cat.
Soulmender.
A fake Ajani's Pride Maid.
Hmm.
Sure. Avison Restored Bear. Pacifism. The worst creature I've ever seen in life.
Double white for a bear.
Holy shit. You paying a
What is he
premium.
even wearing on you?
Like, you want a human cleric? This one right here.
Yeah, with upside.
What the hell? Okay,
Angel Vitality, Leonin War Leader.
sure. Oh, this was like a trick that you'd try to win the game with. Just falter and lifelink.
Wait, White Falter? Is that a thing that happens?
Every once in a while, it is tap all creatures is how it gets,
I guess, yeah. I guess like Dawnglare Invoker does that. Yeah.
It's not
So okay, yeah. It's not common, but it does have it. Okay.
There's a ghost who gives you 4 life. Whenever one or more creatures you control attacks, gain indestructible. This card's kind of neat.
Ugh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. Game 1 life, draw a card whenever creature power 2 or less enters the battle. The main problem with this is that this is a 6 mana 1/4.
Yeah.
I think with no keywords.
The thing you know, like the thing I'm thinking here is that this like says like EDH draw engine because it doesn't say non-token like a lot of the more recent versions of this do, and it doesn't
It's
have
true,
a cost
yeah.
on it like a Mentor of the Meek. So like
Unfortunately, it's a non-legal card in all paper formats, so.
rip this fake ass card that don't exist. Speaking of fake ass cards that don't exist.
Blue Aura for 1 that is just get +1/+1? Excuse me? This is the least blue card I've ever seen on top of
Right.
being garbage.
Like, this is trash, and also, like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, Wall of Runes. Oh,
1 mana 1/1 with flying.
Here's Bird.
Sure. That's Bird right there.
Glint, that was a trick back in,
Cons, yeah.
yeah.
That's a Rakshasa from Cons. Creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control, gets a pump. Sure.
I want you to just enjoy this art that's, like, water bending, but, like, fucking with birds.
Yeah, it's just,
Like, what are we doing?
I think there's fish in the water, right? Like he's
Yeah.
providing them a easier way to
Oh.
get some fish, maybe.
Okay, that's how we're, okay. Armored
Armored
Whirl Turtle.
I think we rated this. I don't remember what it
This
was.
name's too big for a vanilla creature.
3 mana 0/5.
Like the Armored Whirl Turtle. What does it do? Nothing. Okay, great. This card was a first pick and a half in limited.
I mean, yeah, it's a 3 mana 2/1 flyer that draws a card, huh?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep, divination.
One of Vivos Isle, Waterknot.
Sleep.
Oh, proper sleep. Neat.
Yep. How's your team? The biggest Mist Raven. Is this real?
It could be. I don't know. I guess I'll check real quick.
Yeah.
It looks like, yeah, M19 and M20. Gives them
Okay.
both.
Okay, here's a card that is not real.
Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, and each card then. Wow, weird.
Pretty cool one. I kind of.
Imagine a world if this had pack rat text on it too. That'd be wild, you know? Or not pack rat. Is it pack rat? Which one is the 1/1 that pumps it for each other?
Ravenous Rat.
Ravenous rats. That's it. Okay.
Or Rat Colony, or however many.
Or rat colony. Yeah.
Right, this was another fake one we found before.
Yeah, it's a fake one that has a similar card in actual cons.
Yeah.
It's a 3 mana 5/4, I think, that doesn't make you discard. I think it makes you take 4 when it enters the battlefield or something.
That's a 4 mana 4/5. I remember that one. I played
Okay,
the hell out
yeah.
of that one.
Yeah, it was huge for good numbers. Three mana 2/2 again.
It's just the oldest of 3 mana 2/2s. This is the ancient.
Yeah.
Skeleton Archer, Skeleton Archer.
Hmm. One of the few skeletons without any graveyard interactions whatsoever.
It's just cast Corrupt, sort of.
Deals damage for each to target opponent for each.
Okay,
swamp
okay,
control.
okay.
It's not targeting creature. Yeah.
Damn, but that's a very strange.
Sengir Vampire, the classic, the good boy.
Yep.
It's been a while since I last saw a Sengir Vampire.
Card's still strong and limited.
Nightmare. Yep. Demon of Loathing. You have to pay all your meat
Yes.
to play this from your hand.
Extremely moxie-full demon.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it's a 7/7 that edicts on hit for some reason. Like, okay,
7
great.
mana, 7/7 flying trample. It's because of I mean that type line and stuff. That's Lord of the Pit, right? So
Yeah.
but like, yeah, it is unlike it's Lord of the Pit, but it targets your opponent instead of yourself. Is the thing. Because I don't like printing demons with extreme downsides anymore.
I miss them. I love them
Yeah,
every
I
time
know,
I see
they were
them.
cool.
Raid Bombardment. Goblin Gang Leader.
What was the last format with Lord of the Pit in it? I feel like it was actually later than I think it was.
This is just
10th edition.
this is
and
just
that
Beetleback
context.
Chief.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ogre Battle Driver, I remember you. The most straightforward possible Phoenix.
Here it is.
How many Phoenixes have actually been playable? I feel like there's actually not that many. They print a lot of them, but it's relatively rare that they're
So
good.
Arclight was the most recent one that has seen some success. That's the 3/2 that comes out of the grave. Like when you cast 3 spells in a turn.
3 or more instants or sorceries. Gotcha.
Like that sees play. Like you discard what you would do is you like discard it as faithless looting and then like play 2 other spells.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's a fire phoenix that comes back from the yard that with escape I've seen once or twice. Destroy all walls. Fuck
Pretty
'em.
cool text.
Fuck them.
Oh, this piece of garbage. I remember you. The smallest creature in the world with trample.
Yeah, there's the elf from like Legions that was this text. Incredible.
Did they really not have giant growth in this format?
Not in here, I think. Oh wow, you want a Llanowar elf for 2?
Ugh, I don't.
Alright, how about a
I mean,
bear?
I'll play it anyway, but like, I don't want to.
Oh wow, this one's like not bad.
That's okay, yeah.
I've played that without text before. There's the bail off. Prized unicorn,
Generous Trey over there, who I think is just Elvish Visionary, right?
Sort of.
Well, not quite. Okay, it's a 1/2 for 3 instead of a 1/1 for 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
The biggie.
Is Sentinel Spider the Sarah Spider? It is. Right, yeah.
This is Sarah Spider. Yeah. I remember like this. Didn't this like replace Giant Spider in a set?
No,
In the
it
sense that
was-
Giant Spider wasn't in the same set as it?
I think, was it M13 that Giant Spider missed and then came back for M14 or something?
Something.
Yeah, hold on. Was Sentinel Spider in that?
Oh, here's another.
Yes, actually. That is exactly what it was.
Okay, good. Here's another Phoenix that saw competitive play, by the way.
If any of you return this creature. Crazy one.
It was
Oh, yeah. This one makes
extremely
sense.
resilient to removal, and it came back with haste.
Yes. This
Um,
one, yeah, I could totally see why that one would see play.
And this one I've seen once in a while as like an escape card. It's like okay.
It's a decent pump attached to it, and the escape actually gives it some decent resilience and power and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Giant. Yeah, this is where Giant Growth was last printed. War of the Spark. So it's on Arena.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Giant Growth is definitely just one of my favorite cards of all time for just being so simple and effective and good, but
The part that's really cool about it is that it's been, 27 years nearly, and
it still feels balanced.
it's basically
Right.
all right, It's
Yeah.
the only one of those 5 that is,
Being the second weakest of them means it is the only one that's balanced.
because Healing Salve is too garbage to play, Lightning Bolt is too good.
Dark Ritual depends on what you can put out with it, first and foremost, but is still generally too good.
Like,
And
Dark Ritual, even in, current standard format, I feel like would be too much.
probably
Like if I just look at, extant...
anything that costs 3.
Yeah, give me any extant black 3-drops.
Because remember, what Dark Ritual lets you do is it lets you slam out any of these cards on turn 1, which is Nighthawk Scavenger. Bam, there you go. That becomes a 2/3 when it lands, and then next turn probably becomes a 3/3.
Yeah. There's a number of things that, even, a Woe Strider on 1, or the fact that it lets you push, a 4-drop on 2, make it really, really dumb in a lot of situations, so.
Yeah.
Alright. Anywho, I'm gonna do some more of this tomorrow.
Yep.
I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed Baloth chat.
I'm always down for Baloth chat. I have a lot of opinions about Baloths for some reason.
It's good. Alright. Thank you all for joining, everybody. Thank you, Doc, for jumping in.
Yeah. Next time, I'm actually going to not talk during the draft section. I don't think I understand this draft format particularly well enough yet to know.
We'll get there, right? We're this one, I liked our first deck out. Our first deck was lack of interaction in a deck that in a shell I liked. The second one was here's a pile of garbage. Oh my god.
Yeah. I do still think that the first pack was 50% of the problems with that deck. There was just no direction about what it should do at all.
I'd be interested to see what the other 7 at the table looked like, if it was just a full-on mess or...
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Good night, everybody.
Have a good one.